Narrated by Al-Walid bin Izar. I heard Abu Amr ash-Shaybani saying, the owner of this house, he pointed to Abdullah's house, said, I asked the Prophet peace be upon him which deed is loved most by Allah. He replied, to offer prayers at their very first stated times. Abdullah asked, what is the next, in goodness? The Prophet peace be upon him said, to be good and dutiful to one's parents. Abdullah asked, what is the next in goodness? The Prophet peace be upon him said, to participate in jihad for Allah's cause. Abdullah added, the Prophet peace be upon him narrated to me these three things, and if I had asked more, he would have told me more. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. A man came to Allah's Messenger peace be upon him and said, O Allah's Messenger peace be upon him, who is more entitled to be treated with the best companionship by me? The Prophet peace be upon him said, your mother. The man said, who is next? The Prophet said, your mother. The man further said, who is next? The Prophet peace be upon him said, your mother. The man asked for the fourth time, who is next? The Prophet peace be upon him said, your father. Narrated by Abdullah bin Amr. A man said to the Prophet, shall I participate in jihad? The Prophet peace be upon him said, are your parents living? The man said, yes. The Prophet peace be upon him said, do jihad for their benefit. Narrated by Abdullah bin Amr. Allah's Messenger peace be upon him said, it is one of the greatest sins that a man should curse his parents. It was asked by the people, O Allah's Messenger peace be upon him, how does a man curse his parents? The Prophet peace be upon him said, the man abuses the father of another man and the latter abuses the father of the former and abuses his mother. Narrated by Ibn Umar, Allah's Messenger peace be upon him said, while three persons were traveling, they were overtaken by rain and they took shelter in a cave in a mountain. A big rock fell from the mountain over the mouth of the cave and blocked it. They said to each other, think of such good, righteous, deeds which, you did for Allah's sake only, and invoke Allah by giving reference to those deeds so that Allah may relieve you from your difficulty. One of them said, O Allah! I had my parents who were very old and I had small children for whose sake I used to work as a shepherd. When I returned to them at night and milked the sheep, I used to start giving the milk to my parents first before giving to my children. And one day I went far away in search of a grazing place for my sheep, and didn't return home till late at night and found that my parents had slept. I milked my livestock as usual and brought the milk vessel and stood at their heads, and I disliked to wake them up from their sleep, and I also disliked to give the milk to my children before my parents, though my children were crying from hunger at my feet. So this state of mine and theirs continued till the day dawned. O Allah! If you considered that I had done that only for seeking your pleasure, then please let there be an opening through which we can see the sky. So Allah made for them an opening through which they could see the sky. Then the second person said, O Allah! I had a she-cousin whom I loved as much as a passionate man love a woman. I tried to seduce her but she refused till I paid her 100 dinars. So I worked hard till I collected 100 dinars, and went to her with that, but when I sat in between her legs, to have sexual intercourse with her, she said, O Allah's slave! Be afraid of Allah. Do not deflower me except legally, by marriage contract. So I left her, O Allah. If you considered that I had done that only for seeking your pleasure, then please let the rock move a little to have a wider opening. So Allah shifted that rock to make the opening wider for them. And the last, third, person said, O Allah! I employed a laborer for wages equal to a farak, a certain measure, of rice, and when he had finished his job he demanded his wages, but when I presented his due to him, he gave it up and refused to take it. Then I kept on sowing that rice for him, several times, till managed to buy with the price of the yield some cows and their shepherd. Later on the laborer came to me and said, O Allah's slave! Be afraid of Allah, and do not be unjust to me and give me my due. I said, to him, Go and take those cows and their shepherd. So he took them and went away. So, O Allah! If you considered that I had done that for seeking your pleasure, then please remove the remaining part of the rock. And so Allah released them, from their difficulty. Narrated by Al-Mughira. The Prophet peace be upon him said, Allah has forbidden you, 1. To be undutiful to your mothers, 2. To withhold, what you should give, or, 3. Demand, what you do not deserve, and, 4. To bury your daughters alive. And Allah has disliked that, a. You talk too much about others, b. Ask too many questions, in religion, or, c. Waste your property.